Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Hello, hello. All right. How do I sound, everybody? Is there people in here? I'm gonna pull up the chat on my phone. I don't have a second monitor. One moment. Is there people in here? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So I have the chat on my phone here. So it's just a bit, yeah, I got to do it a little bit janky because, yeah, I don't have a second monitor here, but I will just kind of like move my eyes back and forth. But yeah, everything sounds good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Just got a new interface, so I was kind of setting things up. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? All right. Yeah, I had to get rid of the Scarlet. The Scarlet sucks. Sorry if anybody has a Scarlet interface, but I personally had some issues with it. So, hey, I'm doing great. Doing great. Yeah. Hey, Simon's in here. We got a bunch of people in here. Awesome. Hey, Simon, I have your I have your guitar right here, bro. I I need to send that back, dude. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there was crackling with the Scarlet. Just some issues. I wouldn't recommend Scarlet. I got an SSL now, so that's cool. Semblance is in here. Colson XL, cool. We got Vanessa's in here. All right. Got a bunch of people. All right, so let's see. All right, okay. Let me just open up Ableton. So I have Live 11 now. Just got it the other day. Does anybody else have 11 yet? Yeah. I just got it. I haven't really dived into the new stuff yet. I know there's like some cool stuff, but obviously like things have changed around here. Um, like the effects are kind of different now. They have them all organized. There's some new devices and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some cool stuff that I need to tap into for sure. And yeah, dude. Hey, Semblance, I put one of his songs in there. Good shit. Good stuff, man. Love it. Um, let's see. So we were going over. It was choice of sounds and song structure. So I figured, I would probably do what I would do Fiore and Fade. Figured why not? Let's start with Fiore. The only problem is that, as you're gonna find out, is that a lot of stuff doesn't load because some of these projects are a little bit older now. So, let's see. Hey, caption. All right. Hey, wait. Why am I hearing myself? I hear like an echo. Oh, is that because the? Oh no, stream isn't up. Okay. Anyways, so as you can see, there are some things that are not loading. So it's all good. I made sure to put the stems in here because, yeah, why not? I mean, I'm going to try to go as in depth as possible, but there are some things that aren't loading. For example, like Omnisphere. I have Omnisphere, which is weird. I bought it, but maybe I used it as an audio unit. Don't use audio units, by the way, guys and girls. Do not use audio units. This is my number one tip. Don't use audio units. Always use VST, because you're going to run into some people who don't use audio units, and you're going to send them a project with all audio units instead of VST, and then all of a sudden they can't load it because they're on PC, and then it's just a whole problem. So don't do that. Okay. Yeah, that's my issue a lot of times with like loading up these older projects. You know what I mean? I have problems with it. So all right. Shout out to Bitbird one time. Let's do it. So Fiore. Okay. So first off, yeah, if you listen to it, you can tell like this is like an older version, because it's like some of the things are like out of tune. Even like I think that sample is like out of tune, and the bass isn't loading, unfortunately. Oh, by the way, how does the audio sound? Like, how does it sound? Can you guys hear it pretty well from Ableton? Okay, make the audio louder. All the way up? Should we just like distort the hell out of it? I don't know why it's not like getting really that loud. Okay. Sick. So, yeah, so let's see. So with Fiore, okay, so in terms of song structure, I think it's a little bit, I mean, it's, hold on one second. I think that, let me move this. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Where is it? Oh man, I'm trying to make it so that you guys can all see this. Okay, turn the mic up, and then I need to crop it a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to get this perfect, because display capture. Is it okay? Maybe I'll just like crop it like that. Okay. Is this good enough? Will you like crop it like that? Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go like that, because even if it's just a little bit, that's fine, right? Okay. Let's just do that. It might be cropped on this. It might be these weird side things. Whatever. Okay. And then I'm gonna turn the mic up a little bit. Check. Hello. Okay, that's too loud. Okay. All right. Back at it. So so in terms of song structure, Fiore, I feel like is I mean, it's not too out of the ordinary, but so I went with like this, like the kind of breakbeat intro, and then it kind of just like half times. I wanted to do like a halftime drop here, but not like, I don't know. It's, well, okay. Let's listen. Oh, this is the drop. Yeah. Okay, get rid of the taskbar now. Let's see. How about that? That's better, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna go, first off, we're just gonna go over these sounds. So, okay, this is the original sample, by the way. Everybody has to shh. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone, because this is actually where I got this from. I chopped up this song and I did some cool stuff to it. You can't even tell, right? But listen to this song. Does anybody know this song?
Me. You don't say you love me. Do you think about me? You don't say you love me.
Right? So now if you hear that and then you go down here, let's see. So I started doing some stuff to it. What did I do? It's okay. So then I put it through Effectrix. I bounced it out. No, I pitched it down, and then somewhere along the line I got this. Right? So I put it through Effectrix, okay? Or maybe it was Glitch. So if you don't know what Glitch is, it's like this plugin that you could just get wild and wacky sounds, right? So I just ran it through that, and I resampled it. I just froze and flattened it, and then you get this weird kind of melody out of it. And then I started just chopping things up here and there. So I think it's cool to get ideas from things like that. Like a lot of times, like I'll just throw in songs I really like, just throw them through Effectrix or like something like Granulator, and then get some really wacky sounds out of it. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I got this, all these weird noises, you know. Well, there's that one, and then sorry, I put Glitch on it again. Yeah, but see, as you could tell, without Glitch, with Glitch, it's got all these weird noises on it, right? And then so what I did from there is I basically opened up Simpler, okay? And then I threw this into Simpler, right? I put it on slice mode, and then now maybe change this down a little bit, and then I turn it into a little instrument, right? And then from there, I just found the bits and pieces that I really liked, and then I think this was like, yeah, here you go, like. So sound selection, which is what this whole stream is going to be focused on. I mean, I would say find certain pieces of these little like resampled sections that you do that just fit nicely, and I would say just try over and over again until like you find something really cool, and then it's really just a game of trial and error, to be honest. Sometimes I will spend hours just going through so many different ideas and throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. You know what I mean? And yeah, you just got to keep trying. And then let's see. So yeah, and then when you kind of like mesh things together with the bass noises and whatnot, it'll turn into something beautiful. So I really like this bass. I was going for something that's kind of like a gritty, kind of weird, very tonal bass, and I found that. I found this one. This one, I mean, this is from the original product, so it's not as like beefy, but all right. I mix my stuff in like as I go, and then I usually will, as you can see, I organize very well by the time the song is almost done, and then I will do more mixing. I will usually bounce everything and then make a new project and then start mixing and mastering from there. And then a lot of times what happens is when I do bounce everything out and put it into a new project, I will add more elements and continue the production, because I'm usually just not happy with how things turn out, and I just keep going, and then sometimes I take things away, and again, trial and error. Yeah, I love to be organized. I have to. I yeah, I don't know. Drums are always red. Oh shoot, someone's calling me. Let me just. Okay. Yeah. So when you get to, let's see. So here's all like the bounce stuff, right? What? My buddy just said I'm failing at OBS. Is something wrong here? Huh. Oh well, I'm just gonna keep it rolling. You guys can hear me? Everything's fine, right? I don't know why I said that. Okay. So song structure. Oh yeah, and then so let's go to this breakdown section, right? So once it breaks down here, which is like what? No, right here. So this piano right here, I wanted something really moody, right? It depends on like the vibe you're going for, but definitely wanted something moody here. And I just pulled up Omnisphere, got a really nice piano, and then just went with it, because I thought I've been using a lot of piano lately. Piano is something where you don't have to like go too crazy on it. You just get a really good sounding piano plugin, or even a sample and whatnot. I will say one thing: if you don't have Labs, get Labs. You guys know what Labs is? Got to get that. Okay, so Labs is, where is it? This thing, right? Let's try it out. This is the most beautiful piano plugin ever, right? Can't hear it. Right? Yeah. This is the best piano plugin I've ever had, and it's free. It's free. Got to get on that. Definitely get on Labs, okay? Spitfire Audio Labs. But back a couple years ago when this song was made, I wasn't using Labs, right? I think I used Omnisphere. Omnisphere also is good for very organic sounding stuff like a piano. Or Omnisphere is also good for things like percussion and just other really cool instruments, very obscure instruments. If you want an obscure instrument that you can have a lot of flexibility with, get Omnisphere. Omnisphere is good for that. And also, Labs also does other things. For example, they have like they have some synths. They have acoustic guitar, electric guitar, all this brass stuff. And these are all free. So definitely want to get on that. Labs and OTT, I agree. There you go. Throw OTT on top of that piano. There you go. Labs is good. Yeah. All right. What's up, Saturn? BBC Symphony Orchestra. Okay. Yeah, I think I have that one as well. That is a good one. So check out Labs. But like I said, so back in the day, I was using Omnisphere for this, and the piano is very lush. I do like the piano here. You hear those the bells in the background? it's like I was very conflicted on that. I wanted to add something that was kind of like also kind of moody and just kind of like weird, but I found like these Christmas bells, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with it. And I thought it sounded cool with it. I thought the Christmas bells kind of sounded cool. No one's gonna think like, oh, this is a Christmas song or something, but sleigh bells is what it's called, right? Where is it? Yeah, at this point, see, a lot of these are grouped together and then bounced out, so I can't show you the individual elements. Maybe they're up here. Let's see. Any questions? Any questions? Oh yeah, sleigh bells right here. I do this a lot too. So I like to fade in drums. Very classic, just a fade in, a classic fade in. A lot of times I will do it with shakers. I will just fade in a shaker. I like the progression of fading in drums for some reason. I don't know why, but I like how drums can fade in like this bell. Usually like shakers, not so much like a kicks and stuff, but like it kind of like feels like there's just a natural progression of a song, and yeah. So as you can hear, kind of fades in there. I think even this. Oh yeah, maybe I fade this in too. Let's see. I do fade it in, but this one not as much. Yeah. And that piano is not there. See, like I wish I can open that up, show you guys the Omnisphere patch, but I cannot. So, Isaac, what's up? Who else is in here? All right, guys. Yeah, gives the song emotion. Cool. So as we move to this second part, now not much has changed here. Not much has changed on the second part, which I think to keep things moving, sometimes I will change up a second drop or second part main section of a song, right? I will change it completely, but not always. I think like you don't always have to just make something completely different, Like I think if you just change the way it's arranged, which again is what this whole stream is about, if you change the arrangement a little bit, for example, like you cut out the drums at the first bar of the second drop, right? Add a little fill in there. Yeah, I don't know why it sounds so out of tune, but and so to keep things flowing, to keep things moving, keep things fresh, you want to just if you want to keep the same exact like stuff from the first part, but you want to have a bit of variation, just do things like cut out certain drums at certain parts, add maybe a fill here, change the just change some of the notes. Like I think I changed up the melody here a tad, not too much. You know what I mean? So it starts a little bit lower, and No, I didn't get that fill from Echo. Oh, the Vibra. Yeah, I know. Echo uses the Vibra a lot. It's actually, this is a sample. There you go. This is actually the name of the sample right here. So I did some processing to it. Try to get it pretty thick. I don't know what the original. Let's see. Go in browser. So this is the original one. BWB Vault 808. I guess there's not too much of a difference, but I try to distort the hell out of it, make it just crispier, you know what I mean? Because like here's like the... I brought in some of this mid-range here and really wanted it to just Oh, and then this hiss right here. Hiss definitely brings it out. Oh, whoops. I think that's up here. Oh, it almost sounds like there's like some bit crushing. Like there's a bit crusher on. I don't know what I was doing there. A signature thing that's kind of unique to an artist, say like a sound. How do I add it in all your bugs so people? Yeah, I think it's just a matter of using certain elements. Like, okay, for example, like this bass, right? This bass is something that I went with it for this song. I really liked how it sounded. I've been using it continuously ever since, right? So if you use these things or like a motif, right? Like certain drum fills, certain little things that you like this vibra hit. I know someone mentioned that Echo uses it, but I actually do use these a lot as well. If you start using things in each song, you don't have to overdo it, obviously, especially with like sounds. Some sounds can be overused if you use certain things too much. Like if I were to use this bass sound in every single song from here on out, not a good idea. Not a good idea. There's also another bass that I tend to use a lot, and it's this one right here. I will show it to you. It's I first used it in my remix. Let's see, in my remix for my friend Ishii. So this bass right here. Now I don't want to give up all the secrets to this one because this one I do really love this bass sound, but it is an Omnisphere patch. And oh, okay, so whoops. So yeah, this is a bass sound that I've been using a lot lately. I use it in a lot of house music. I think if you do things like that, you have certain things certain patches you go to. That's a way to stand out and maintain your identity. And then just the certain motifs and certain things like adding in these signature drum fills and using them. If you like something and you and other people are like, oh, that's a cool little motif. People like a song that you make. Keep using those same sounds. Don't overdo it, but just keep reusing them in little ways that'll build your identity. If that makes sense. No, that's not the bass from Friends. I do have that one as well, and exactly. So there's another. That's another sound that I use a lot as well. The one for my song "Fool" and the one for my song "Friends." I use those basses quite a bit. So that's the thing. Like if you just keep using those, but don't overuse them. I've been using this bass a little bit more. Whoops, got the fade. Okay. Yeah, so cool. Let's should we go over to let's open up fade. Let's open up fade. Don't need to save that. So everyone's doing good? Everyone's doing all right? Hell no. No pineapple on pizza, please. Sorry. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me for that. Man, a lot of plugins don't open here, see? Oh, but yeah, see, again, these are all audio units. I'm going to reiterate this one more time. Don't use audio units, please. All right. So, yeah, Hey, thank you, Zach Carls Bay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, okay, cool. Stereo width? Well, okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story about stereo width, okay? Now, someone told me a while ago, they gave me this thing, they gave me this little piece of advice. They said, don't worry too much about stereo width because a lot of dance music and a lot of these sounds that you use, these synths and all these plugins, they're already pretty wide as it is. So I think now that when I took that piece of advice, pretty like I started doing that. I never I then right after I learned that I stopped panning 100%. But lately I've been panning a lot more lately. I think it's not something to I think you got to take it with a grain of salt because I think you should definitely still pan things and certain elements and like make things sound, especially like I like to do a lot of weird things with vocals, make it sound like the vocals like behind you or like do weird panning from left to right. However, yeah, just keep in mind that a lot of these synths that you're using are very wide as it is. But if you want other ways to make things wide, there's definitely some plugins you can use. I do like to use Dimension Expander, which I always tell people I use that, and that's free. It's a free plugin, so you can always just throw Dimension Expander on anything, and there you go. And I usually go like this. This is like just you could change the size pretty pretty small here. Turn the dry and wet up. That'll give you some nice stereo width, but you just want to be careful because um, yeah, I mean, a lot of times, like doing that a lot, adding a lot of stereo width, like I noticed that, like for things like listening off your phone, if it's really wide, it's not going to sound very good. But yeah, anyways, I mean, it's not like everyone's listening off a phone though, but a lot of people are these days. When people just play their bust out their phone and they're listening, that's where they get their first listen. So if you have a song that smacks off an iPhone, chances are that person's going to check you out later on. If they're just pulling up your song on Instagram, you have a little clip of your song, and it's pretty nice in mono, and it just smacks. They're going to check you out later on. I don't know, just a piece of advice. Yeah, no, I do care about mixing in mono. I do, but I don't check as much as a lot of people do. I know like some people have like you can always assign it to where like you on your master. I used to have it assigned where I just had like I pressed uh, P on my keyboard. I just pressed P, and it would just check in mono. You can just check in mono. I think let's see. No, it's not like that anymore. But no, definitely important to check in mono for sure. You produce on earpods. Hey, there you go. And oh, I will say that so I went to visit my parents a month ago, and I stayed out there for a few weeks, and I was producing only on headphones, and I noticed that when I was checking my mixes in the car, I was like, man, these things just smack. Like they really hit hard as opposed to using monitors all the time. I don't know what it is, but I think from now on I'm going to try to be mixing and doing a lot of stuff on headphones. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people will say use monitors. I personally think that headphones gets the job done, and for some reason, I don't know, the mixing is better on headphones. You know what I mean? Yeah. So fade. Um, I don't even think this is the original project either, but I use this pad. Okay, so this pad is some. I threw Valhalla Shimmer on top of. I don't remember what it was, but I threw Valhalla Shimmer on top of something, and it just made this really lush pad. And here again, back to that whole thing about using sounds over and over to kind of create your identity. I've been using this more, as you could tell. this pad. So I don't know why I call it scratchy pad. Maybe there's like a scratchy tone to it. Anyways, then what I did here was I kind of chopped it up again. So I think that like if you have a main element to a song, like a pad or something like that, you can always like cut it up and turn it into like a lead or something. You know what I mean? Because clearly, like with the original song, I used it for a lot of this intro section. You know what I mean? Kind of bring it in nicely and you know, and filter it in. You know, you could put a filter on it, and yeah, I mean, definitely. Well, I even used it at the drop here. You know, that's the main piece of this song. That's the main piece is that pad. You know, and I think yeah, you just mess around with something enough, and you can create an entire song out of it. I literally created the entire song just from that pad. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Reese as well. I agree. Unfortunately, it's not in here. um, hold on one second. I think I actually have the Reese sub. I think I spelled Reese wrong, but I know it's yeah. So this is probably the Reese that I use because I use this a lot. I do use this one a lot. Massive. We're going back to the ancient times. Very basic. This is a very basic patch, right? So massive, you got massive. Go ahead and copy that, take that down if you want. I don't know. It's a very basic patch, right? Camel Crusher, some warmth, tube warmth, another compressor on top of that. Yeah, there you go. Very nice and very warm. I didn't want to do just a regular sub. I wanted something warm. I do like that Reese. I use it a lot. I think it fit very well in this song. Of course, I've tried Vital. Yeah, Vital is dope. I have it, and I think I got the pro version, so there's a lot of cool sounds that I want to dive into. Very powerful. If you don't have Vital, get Vital because it's actually free. You can get Vital. You can get the base version for free. Very cool. Very cool stuff. But as I might have told people before that I don't do a lot of sound design. Like I'm not doing a lot of like stuff within VSTs, you know, or well, sorry, like synths in particular. I use a lot of like effects and stuff, but that's mainly how it is. It's mainly me using like audio, using like I showed you from Fiore. I will grab a big piece of audio, use that as my canvas. What I do is I'll grab a big piece of audio. For example, there's this producer on YouTube. Okay, he's a tutorial guy. His name is Alchemy, and he has this. Where is it? Alchemy. He has these like jam sessions where he just gets like pieces of he does these like narrow bass jam sessions. It's just these long sections of audio of him just like messing around with like knobs and like messing around with different parameters, and like he just gives them to people. And so I've been just messing around with these. You just like cut this up, just like throw it into like some sort of like distortion unit, or throw it through like Glitch or Effectrix, and just get some like crazy like weird sounds out of it. You know what I mean? Because like some of these sounds already right off the bat are crazy.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I don't make a lot of like crazy heavy like dubstep or like bass music and stuff, but you can still get other cool sounds from that. You could definitely get some really cool sounds from that. So check out Alchemy, get those jam sessions. Anyways, back to Fade. So the Reese, that's a Reese that I use a lot. His channel is called Alchemy. I think it's spelled so Alckemy. Very cool. What sounds does Drulu use? I don't know. Man, yeah, well, so I think that's all like hand recorded stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, the claps, yeah. That's definitely like that, I definitely like to put like some nice percussive elements in there. I don't know if it's this one. Oh yeah, something funny about this too. I've heard this in a really ancient song. It was, I think it was by Deadmau5. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's. I know it's here. Oh, you know what? No, but okay, if you listen to the song Jaded by Deadmau5, this sample is in there. I think it's because it's a Vengeance sample, but it sounds good. Use it. Okay? You could use those rules for just about anything. Like, some people say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? So, like, if you have a sample, even if it's just a loop, like, if it's something that's not like crazy recognizable or whatever, I just throw it in there. You know what I mean? Who cares? Yeah, Vengeance is old school, but Vengeance still has the fire. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Add these claps in there. Oh yeah. So I use some fills. How do you make sure that the sounds work together and don't clash? Well, again, I think just trial and error, man. I think you would, if you just, okay, sometimes too, you have to be okay with getting rid of things. You have to be okay with just giving certain elements up, because sometimes, like, I know I do this a lot, I will just add things over and over and over. I will layer and layer, whether it be layering one like synth with like another synth, or like just layering different elements together, like drums with this and all these different elements. Sometimes too much is too much. You know what I mean? Don't overdo it. You have to, sometimes it's a good idea to send things around. You can always like send things to your friends, if your producer friends, and say, hey, is there too much going on here, or is there not enough going on here? What do you think? Like, should I be adding more instruments? Should I be adding more drums? And just get people's opinion. Also, transient processing plugin, definitely the Kilohertz Transient Shaper. Oh yeah, this thing is a beast. Transient Shaper. Like, if you want to see something, this thing is very powerful, but you don't want to like overdo it, because you can like. That kick is mad punchy now. There There you go. Now you have like a little percussive. I don't know. Yeah, Transient Shaper. Get that. Let's see. Let's throw it. Let's throw it on this kick. Maybe. Maybe. Whoops. Ooh, that's very fat. Obviously a little too much, but you see how powerful this thing is? Crazy. Good for house music. I've been using a lot of my house stuff lately. Yeah. I have used Transient Shaper on my master, yes. I have used it on the master. I don't know if that's the best idea. I would probably advise against it. If you can, try to use it on certain elements. What I would do is like group the drums, maybe throw it on top of the drums. If you by the time you're in the mastering stage, you can group things, use it on specific elements. Like you wouldn't want to put it on, a synth or something unless you want like a really percussive, plucky synth, you know what I mean? You could do that for sure. Oh yeah, drum bus for sure. Drum bus is also very amazing. So, yeah, let's see. Fade also, back to like song structure. I think fade is structurally very simple. I do like to do unconventional stuff. I know I've said that before. I do like to do unconventional structure, like changes, like in my song "You Don't Know What It's Like." The BPM speeds up. Also, I have like really weird sections where there's like just like a distorted loop, and it just like kind of everything fades out. Let me pull that one up real quick. Let me just pull that one up. Oh, why can't I do that? See, this is what I don't like about PC. I hate this. Oh man. Okay. Well, I can't show you. Anyways, that song is very, there's like certain parts to it that are very unconventional in terms of structure. Fade, on the other hand, very simple, very straightforward. Again, I went to this second part. Okay, so vocal chops, you want to go over the vocal chops. Well, it's actually, again, I think it's actually not a vocal chop. It's really just this pad. Or there's this in the background. Got some panning going on. I must have used Effectrix. You can't hear it here. And then I did isotope vinyl is over that, right? So, yeah, just those two elements together, and there's no sound here. It does sound like a vocal. I think maybe the original was a vocal. I wish I could find the original sample that I used that I threw on Valhalla Shimmer and made that pad. But yeah, it's just this right here. And then, yeah. It just goes to show you that you can literally make an entire song off one sound. You know what I mean? If you just spend enough time and you have something that's really cool, like a really cool pad or something, just try making an entire song out of it. That's a cool little tactic, I guess. Let's see. Any obscure processing tricks? Well, not really. I think, let's see, let me go through some of this. In terms of processing, I will, like, I'm very picky on certain things. Like when it comes to like reverb and when it comes to delay, I think it's important to be picky. I think you should be, um, you know, looking for that golden reverb. Like a lot of times, like I haven't been using Valhalla lately because Valhalla is a little too, just too. It's just too washed out. You know what I mean? I would say go for. I've been using Pro R lately. Fab Filter Pro R for reverb. Ableton delay is amazing, but yeah, and then I do a lot of sends. Not here. There's no sends. I don't see any buses on this song. I don't know. Maybe this is a couple years ago. So yeah. Let's see. Not really. You did a thing on Instagram. Hybrid. Oh, maybe I did use. Maybe I did layer it with hybrid. Unfortunately, I don't have hybrid on this computer anymore. But yeah, I might have layered it a little bit with hybrid. That's another plugin that was pretty cool. I should probably download it again. I just haven't downloaded it because I wasn't using it very often. So at the outro here, you could see that I like did some cool reverb stuff here. I made it sound like it was farther away, like he's farther away, and it's a little bit wider. And the way I did it was like I just kind of like it's like a I just kind of did it right after the other. I don't know what the musical term for that would be, but like it's him and then just repeated. It's almost like a delay, but it was an ad lib. I made the ad lib that he gave me. I put it forward and made it like the main piece of this outro. Call and answer. I think that's what this would be, right? Now, also going back in time, I would have thrown Soothe on this. I think my trial ended for Soothe, but when I was using it the other day, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Oh no. Yeah, see? I need to get Soothe. But because this vocal is kind of harsh, I don't know if I treated this vocal, maybe I made it less harsh with the final product, but this stem right here is pretty harsh. And it literally just keeps going, and then yeah. So that's kind of something cool you could do for an outro. I didn't realize this outro is a minute long. Holy shit! I didn't even realize that. Hey, there you go. See, I guess that is a bit unconventional. If you want to make a minute long outro, do it. Make a minute long outro. But there are certain things, like I think that's okay. I think there are certain things that you should be aware of. Lately, I have been what they would call trimming the fat. You know what I mean? So like I will make a bridge section or these like a breakdown super long, and that's what I used to do for most of my stuff. But I think it's important to trim the fat, get rid of excess stuff. Like, don't have these super long breakdown parts, make things straight to the point, especially if you're going to be making something that's more like pop or like indie dance, things like that. People on Spotify, listeners these days, their attention span is extremely short. They want things right to the point. And the Spotify algorithms or whatever, the way that they pick these songs is going to be like, how quickly can we get to this chorus or this hook? They want to hear the hook. They want to hear this. They want to hear that. Like, it's kind of unfortunate. Some like, you don't always have to focus on that, especially if you're like writing like an album. Do it the way you want to do it. But if you notice that a lot of songs in dance music or like I said, indie dance, pop music especially, they have vocals starting within the first like 5 seconds. A lot of like hip hop, a lot of pop music, the hook might even come in within the first few seconds. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Hound Track? So yeah, so like they'll definitely come in, ASAP. Those hooks, but with dance music, it's a little bit different. You have the build up, you have the drop, whatever. But I would say, yeah, just kind of trim the fat. You don't need super long breakdowns. You don't need 2-minute long breakdowns. That's my rant. Okay, that was my rant. So does anybody have any questions? Because yeah, ask me some stuff. Ask me some questions. Contract just drank a ton of coffee. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, same. About to have a second cup, maybe a third, maybe 5 cups today. I don't know. We'll see. Favorite method to transition between sections? Well, man, I wish I could show you guys this new song I'm working on. Because it would be a perfect example of the way I like to do a transition between sections. But basically, a lot of times I will grab like, there's this one it's like a cashmere sample. Let's see. I love using these orchestra transition things, and I will like build it up, and then, man, there's no way to describe it. I have to like show you, but I can't show you this song, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that one. I like that one a lot. Sometimes just leading, like, not, instead of using risers, like, I know this song has a lot of risers, maybe use these like orchestra style transitions, maybe use cymbals. Find other ways to transition into a section other than just adding risers. Also, when I do use risers, I tend to make them pretty quiet. Like, as you can see, like, sometimes they're even quieter. Like, I'll make a riser like this quiet, minus 40 decibels, because like, I feel like too much risers can just can make the song sound kind of cheesy. You know what I mean? If you find other ways to transition it from one section to another, you can really stand out, in my opinion. Favorite packs for drums? That's a good question. Well, I will say this. I don't have like... Oh, actually, I use the MDL kits a lot. That's kind of my method, or that's my secret weapon, is the MDL kits. MDL is a producer. I think he produces for Justin Bieber. He has some really fire like twerk samples that I like to like chop up and use in like house tracks and like other stuff. But also, I don't like to use Splice. I do have Splice. These are all Splice packs here, but the gems of samples I find are from Loop Masters. Okay, Loop Masters is still my go-to. Loop Masters has the fire, has the heat. A little bit pricier. You're gonna be paying for a full pack, but there's really cool stuff on Loop Masters. Favorite synth, Omnisphere. Yeah, I need to use contact libraries a little bit more. Let's see. Favorite Pokemon? Blastoise. Let's see. Garrix, Martin Garrix. Wow, yeah, maybe. Actually, they reached out to me to do a house song, but I don't know. That's like I don't. I'm not sure if that's exactly like or the right fit for me, but maybe. Shout out Gengar. Kilohearts. Yeah, Kilohearts is amazing. SPL. What's that? I'm trying to think. Is that short for something? Kilohearts is amazing. If you want a good like decent amount of plugins for cheap, get Kilohearts. You can get the subscription. I've already had it for over a year, and they send you a coupon after your first 12 months, and it's like $10 a month. Definitely look into that. Aroha, what's up? For transient design. Well, I would definitely say for transient stuff, I use Transient Shaper more than anything. But also, you can even use OTT. I mean, that's basically the same thing. Catchy melodies. I don't know, dude. Trial and error. I think I don't know. I do like to, as you could tell, a lot of my songs, maybe not so much this one or Fiore, like I was showing earlier, but I do like to get a really nice, like, really sexy bass line. You know what I mean? Really sexy bass line. I like that. Like that Bring the Thunder remix I did. I just like to get that nice bass line going. Then I'll start adding some stuff on top of it. And if you have a really good low end, you got something really nice and flowing, then you just everything should flow after that. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Oh man, Fabric with the old one. I don't. I was actually gonna put that song out like a year ago, but I was gonna re-release it because there was a label that wanted it. But I don't know if that. I don't know if I'll ever. I think it's still on my SoundCloud. It's just a different name. Smoother transition. The risers. Let's see. How to make it after a riser. Well, let's see. I mean, if you go into like okay, like maybe just like a fill, like in this song. I mean, this. Yeah, I mean that's a hard question to answer because after the risers come, like a riser should be rising into something. I guess like you could have it go directly into the drop, or you can have like a little fill. Definitely want to be stacking up your drum fills. You want to be looking for good drum sample or like drum fill samples. Like you want to be um, I don't know. I like very organic sounding stuff. Also, I like very real sounding drums as well. Like it depends on the song. If you're making like a house track or something, you want like electronic sounding drums. But like I like for my fills, I will like some of these are really nice. I think if you have risers building up and you have some really nice fills that sound very organic, like someone was like I don't know, some like Tame Impala sounding drums or something. There you go. That's a cool way to flow from a build up into a drop or something. Yeah, medicine for sure. Medicine for sure. Um, yeah, McGee is dope. I had to cop these samples. I actually just like sampled him. I cut him from his songs, and obviously I'm not going to just use them outright. I will change them up quite a bit, but you know, what is my mindset when I sit down to produce as an experiment or make a track? I finally sit down. Well, Dashi Mir, okay. I would say that you don't always have to have like a plan. I don't always have a plan. It depends on what you are trying to accomplish, but I think like right now for me, I have a plan for everything I'm doing when I open up Ableton. That's because I have things that I need to finish. If you need to finish something, of course, you go into it with the right mindset. Get your coffee, sit down, and be like, I need to finish this section today. Sure, that's fine. But if you have nothing you need to finish, if you have a blank canvas, um, do things out of the ordinary, like to keep the momentum going. Also, like the best piece of advice I can give is to just produce, just go. Because a lot of times, what I do is when I get stuck, I realize like, am I stuck or am I just listening to the song and like finding a piece of it to work on, and I can't really get anywhere. I'm trying to like it's like I'm making excuses. I'm just like listening to it and I'm like not really doing much. Maybe I'm just like checking out other samples. Just go. You just got to go. Just produce and just come up with ideas. Save the project as a new file so you can go back to an older version. And then just keep going. Just keep the momentum going. That's how you get in that like flow state. That's how you kind of get the gears going. And then again, like throw things at it, like throw a sample into Granulator, throw it through Effectrix, open up a synth, do things that also do things that you don't always do. You know what I mean? Like don't continue to just do the same patterns you do. Like if you start a song, you get your drums, you get a kick drum and stuff. Like do it differently. Maybe start on a drop. Maybe write a song backwards. Write a song with an outro first. Try that. I've actually done that one time. I'm pretty sure I finished an entire song because I started with an outro and then I worked backwards. See how that works, and then, I don't know, find new ways to do things. Yeah, sometimes I rant a little bit. I apologize, guys. But I think that's about it for today, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I know I'm not the best at streaming. I know I'm not. I try to like explain things. My mind is just racing. I'll think of one thing and then I'll immediately think of another. I'm not really the best at giving like presentations or speeches and whatnot. I apologize, but um, thanks for tuning in. If you have any more questions, hit me up directly. Um, yeah, shout out to Bitbird. And shout out to all you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you soon.